allow the children. It's okay. It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay. She off your mind. Like me.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go sama us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai. Them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. This one not they off in mind, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make.
Hello there. Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and then a good evening to you from wherever you are joining me from. It is brunch time with Maiyegun. Share this broadcast. There has been an attempted coup in Congo DR, Democratic Republic of Congo. You know, Congo has been in the news of late, where a lot of people have started calling the world attention to the killings going on in Congo. Yeah, where it was almost like to some end in the last 48 hours, but that was foiled. Share this, I'll show you. They have started cooking the lies, the propaganda they're going to tell you in order for you to possibly not so too angry about Tiknumbu's inglorious 1 year forcing himself on you. I took a break. I needed it. So I spent yesterday with the family, and most of it just sleeping. I am back fresh and better. We're going to have this afternoon. You can be part of it as well by picking up your phone and, you know, contributing to this conversation. But I know a lot of you prefer, you prefer getting into the program and then calling in later. It is Monday morning somewhere. It is afternoon here in Scotland. And I bet it is also afternoon in Nigeria if you are watching this live. But if you are pretty much just waking up into your day, just listen to this as a podcast. You will enjoy it. In the last 48 hours, let me say 2 days ago, I had in this office our first official guest coming from this temple, a couple, Nathan and then Anne, or Anne and Nathan. They came here to see me, and they spent quite, some time. They came from Canada. So if Anne and Nathan, if you are watching, this is a shout out for you. Two elderly couple, beautiful souls. Read the caption, read the description, share it, invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends. Tell them that Maiyegun today, then pick up your phone. Today. And thank you so much, Joe. Hang on. Somebody just asked me there, Maiyegun, you're back. And is that you, Lady Raj? I've had there this, this beautiful lady who has been, with me all morning since I've been driving to the office. So, well. Once again, good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching. It is Maiyegun's brunch time, okay? And thank you so much for joining me. Ladies and gentlemen, something happened in Democratic Republic of Congo, or Congo DR, or DRC, as we, as much as, however it is easier for you to call, so to say. And the story is quite a bit long before what finally happened in Congo, Brazzaville, so that they failed in their state capital. So it was a man, you've probably heard about Congo DR. They've never had it anytime good. From the time of King Leopold that killed over, that one single person killed over 1 million Congolese. And just like the French, the Belgians also controls the resources, and in fact controls the people of Congo after the supposed independence. Corruption. Congo is so rich in mineral resources, natural mineral resources. But the people have been faced with endless tribal, ethnic war, which has been prolonged because of the deep state corruption that they have, mostly enabled by the Belgium and other European powers that they are dealing with. And a lot of us have been kind of been guilt-tripped a few times on this issue of Congo, that we have not really paid attention to what is going on there. Horrible things going on there. Women, children, if they are not subjected to this inhuman slavery kind of conditions where they work like slave camp, labor camps, okay? They have been hunted or slaughtered or chased down from their communities to refugee camps, even beyond their own country. So this is their life. But trillions and trillions of dollars worth of resources are leaving Congo every year, including the ones they are using to make these our phones, I've heard. iPhone makes their fortune from their, from their deal with the poor people of Congo that left them poorer. And most of these tech companies are, declaring profit here and there. So again, like I said, the problem is mostly, right, not just internal, there are external factors too. So like Nigeria, Congo has also kind of produced some brave citizens who felt like something needed to be done, and it must be done fast, to change the course of their own history, destiny, and change the trajectory, the destructive poverty trajectory that those in charge of the country continue to maintain. There are those who wanted something different in Congo too. In fact, there are rebels in Congo fighting those in government. I'm talking about those who have picked up arms and declared themselves, declared the government the enemy of the people. That's a bit kind of, very also close to Nigeria. In Nigeria, we have those who want to force us to have a caliphate, Islamic caliphate. Boko Haram wants all of us to be Muslims or we are dead. The Fulani terrorist also believes that their forefathers, with Mandam Fodio, the first official terrorists in what is to become today's Nigeria, who also pretty much created the seat of Sultan of Sokoto, Sultan of Gobir. The original name is Gobir, right? I love digressing. I know. What's he talking about? I thought we were talking about Congo. I know. The similarity is the reason why we are talking about Congo. Do you get that now? So they have armed groups who are up against the government because they believe their government is so corrupt that the wealth of the land is being shared amongst some certain people. And the government too has continued. But the difference is that in Nigeria, there are those who want to force Islamic idea. That's why they have killed tens of thousands of people and displaced millions. Sure, you get that now? That's the kind of a close similarity. And in Nigeria, we have those who believe that maybe they haven't come out. There are those who believe that they will plan coup and kill all of these people someday in Nigeria too. They haven't struck, that's why you haven't known them yet. But we have those who are ready to break up Nigeria at every given opportunity. There are those who are hoping that they will raise up hands, okay, and face these guys in charge of Nigeria once and for all and break away from Nigeria. You see, all of this is just that people who are no longer contented with the arrangement. There are always people. Sometimes when you look at some of these African countries and you're like, oh my God, they have a president that has been ruling them for 20 years, 40 years. Are they that slow? No, they are not. There are people always there. And that is what will bring us to the story of this guy. His name is Christian Malanga. Christian Malanga is just a 41-year-old man, okay, who dreamt of liberating Congo someday. That's another thing. He's not saying he wants to break his own people out of Congo. His own is like, we need to liberate Congo. So he escaped from Congo to Salt Lake, Utah, in the United States. And then he started the movement of calling out the criminals in charge of his country, as well as their colonial master, the Belgium, and all that, right? Then he took it on. He was able to gather enough followers. He traveled the world. He was in Israel. He was that. Then he started the movement that is not hidden, right? The plan is to overthrow the government of Congo one day and install the people-oriented government that will cut ties with all of this foreign power. That's his dream. And they kind of deal with France too. Oh dear, France is dealing with them there too. So Christian Malanga, 3 days ago, started what could have been another coup. That the story will become so unique that a lot of us will begin to now read about him. Who is Michael Malanga? Who is Christian Malanga? Christian Malanga. Who is he? 41-year-old? Really? Oh, and all that. So, at the wee hours of Saturday morning, I'm talking about wee hours, means like between 12 a.m. in all those every time, like 1 a.m., 2 a.m. The operation to overthrow the government of Congo DR kicked off. They gave it a name, but it is in French, so I didn't bother to find out what's the meaning. He brought his son from the United States as well, I heard. And they all went down to Congo, armed with some other Americans who came with them. And I don't know what went wrong. Everything seems to be all right. Initially, right? Take a look at this video. It was a video made by himself and his team, believing to be during the operation. It's in French, or I bet you can, some of you can speak French, yeah? All right, please help us, but it's not subtitled, but I'll come back and tell you what I think he's saying.
And that please.
Hang on, before we get to that, please. It's like I have jumped a part of a very, very critical part of the story. So at a point, Christian Malanga now created the Congolese government in exile, and he was made the president. Okay, he made himself the president of Congo DR in exile, and he's been acting in that capacity as the president of Congo in exile. But it was time for them to actually really go back and take over the Congo. And then this happened.
And that please.
Okay, so do nyoso ta usima mundu ki contre peuple oyo asa ya bisote. Nengo ki anse ke ngonga yango e ko kibande ko nangai. Ingeta. Brothers and sisters, the time has come for our time. The brave men who walked with me stood up and said enough with this road regime, a dictatorship, a regime that has sucked our blood with the military said enough. I go by the name of Christian Malanga. My brothers and sisters, we came here today to see a change. We acted as a change. Okay? We can't do this alone. We're sick and tired of our politicians. My brothers and sisters, the time has come for us to stand up. Stand up where we are.
So everything seems to be going fine. Everything was like almost all right. That was reported to be the presidential palace of Congo Democratic Republic, which means they took over the place, reported. In fact, he even made a video outside the place. So which means all the security guards and the rest of that, it was like, I don't know how that went on, right? So everything was fine. Then everything was not fine. But here, outside the palace, so that he could show everybody that this is your, it's like me and my people take over Aso Rock and tell all of you that we have taken over Aso Rock now, we are here and all of that. That was what's supposed to be the coup. There were so many others that they believed they are mercenaries with him from America. But here, outside the supposed presidential palace, 2 nights ago.
President Malanga. Yes.
New Zaire, oye! New Zaire,
Ma. Huh? They said it's not working. Here. Nous Zaire! Here, hold that thing. There. No.
We follow with the idea. Make the gun move. Make this gun work.
Fuck, it's jammed. It's not for me.
Tozobunda. Toza parler de la nation Sikoya. Zaire, oye! Zaire, oye! De, moko matalikolo ata likolo eza na nini? Zaire, bana Zaire. Bana Zaire, Felix, we're coming for you, nigga.
Felix, finish. What patrol from Walla?
Zaire oye. Zaire oye. Zaire oye. Zaire oye. Bambuluzi oye. Bambuluzi oye. Bambuluzi oye. Ingeta. There.
So that was them displaying that they've taken over the entire place, but they didn't get the president. So what they were doing there is that they are not Congo DR. So he brought back what is believed to be the Zaire's flag. So they removed the Congo DR name given to them by the colonialists. So they decided to bring back their own real name, Zaire, which is a Zaire, you know. And they put up the flag. I don't know what went wrong. Then suddenly, the music changed. First, they went after them in the bush. Like this.
Boya la bango, boya. Malebe. Baje bele la kata tamba. Sala. Bandi sa bango to de la ko jaja. Je pose. La bango. Hey, commandant compagnon le bibo vendre sa bango wana. No risk. Vos c'est la commandant compagnie, vos c'est la commandant compagnie. Vos c'est la mokonziaka. No weapon. Est-ce que Kobeta na Koboma? No weapon.
No weapon.
Sasa kwa.
C'est quoi? Non c'est.
Bota ba mindende ba bondisa biso. Ba mindende ba bondisa biso na Congo na ba boto la pale. Ba mindende ba zo bindema bango ba bondisa biso. Bobeka ete bota ya enda mobi.
Those were Americans. They got 2 of them. Okay. And then Christian Malanga himself was shot and killed. And the whole face-off when their military and the Congolese soldiers finally mobilized, and they kind of... Here is another one.
Non, ba 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 sa boy. Ba ye boy. Ba ba so ba sa na ngote. Comme si bo tira tinga yi. Le na deba ta magatina na kati.
Ita maboko. Oh, kuchikoza na bila mama. Ah, bo mtanga.
Alora ko ba go na bapo. Hein? C'est déjà bon. Babotino ale sa bango.
So that's how the coup failed. And then the corrupt regime they want to take out will probably become even more brutal now. And then there's going to be a clamp down on those who identify with Christian Malanga in the country. So that's why we say if we want to shoot, we must make sure that, when you draw the gun, when you pull your gun, make sure that you are pulling it because you want to shoot. And also ensure that when you shoot, you don't miss. Okay? Because if you do, that could be really, really, really fatal. Right? You couldn't. And that is why if you are going for it, you go for the broke. So that was the end of that coup. Sad, yeah? However, there's this crash. I'm not going to say much on that too. Trust me. Oh, hang on. There is a plane crash as well. It's like, a chopper crash that involved the president of Iran, the foreign minister, and about 5 or 6 others. Okay. And I am throwing that up here because for those who knows what has been going on in that peninsula, in that axis, including some of our people who are actually trapped in the area too, right? So some people believe that, well, some are saying, is it an accident? No, it is. One of those make it look like an accident scenario, sort of. Like I said, I just want to throw it into the, into the shovel. And then I hope somebody will pick that up in our convo. Now, let's go to another one. There is something you need to know now, that even though some people believe that this failed Congo coup has the America as well as, France involvement, since this dwindling fortune of the West in the West Africa, and so most part of Africa, including Central Africa. So there is a belief that asking them to leave, as majority of these countries have now been taken over by, military or coups. So somehow there could be some attempted coups sponsored by America and the West against some of these countries. Because look at these guys. The guy on the the guy on the left is that of Burkina Faso. Abi, the one in the middle, is that one? I mean, is the one from Mali. The one on the far right is the one from Niger. Now, there's other one from Guinea, and few other from that axis who have pulled out of ECOWAS. They are setting their own economic bloc, a group that is not ECOWAS, that is not AU or any of this. Okay, that will just have to trade between themselves and at the same time sell their resources to whoever they want, kind of. Now, America is not just going to look away. The West, they are not just going to look away. So there could be some skirmishes or some surprise, sort of a surprise war or coup. I don't know if this one that happens in Congo fits that frame, because I don't think America would want to remove somebody, although they would have to use someone from that place as well to carry it out. I don't think the way this went, probably has I don't think it has their involvement, because it looks so ordinary. It looks like some group of people who just feel like, you know what, let's just go and take over the Abuja. Baba, you can take over Aso Rock and declare that you have taken over Aso Rock. That doesn't mean that you've taken over Nigeria. Kind of, sure, you know. That person inside the Aso Rock, they can move him to somewhere else. Sure, you get now. And it will still be in control of the country. So if you want to go for it, you actually have to be like, it's going to be a total clampdown, where the principal officers, all those important ones that you need to get, you clamp them down, you monitor them, same time, same minute, same hour, you chase them and you capture them. Same time. That's how you plan a coup. This is not by organizing yourselves with some heavy guns and then shoot your way into a palace, go a presidential palace, and then say, yeah, we are coming for you. Of course, you're not. That person is in charge of the army. Like, you can't move faster if you don't have, you can't move faster if you have their kind of army. So you have to travel on the light cars, light trucks, and all of that. But if you take over a building, it's just a building. All they have to do is just to mobilize themselves and barricade you, shoot you, and kill everybody inside the place. So that's what I don't think. But when the Americans and the France, America and France, when they want to strike with this, with this, loss of fortune in Africa, where a lot of African countries don't want them anymore after decades of rip-off. You know what I mean? And poverty. So they are not just going to go just like that. There will be some of these kind of scenarios. So somebody said, I think I also remember why I put in that Ibrahim's crash, the president of Iran. You know, Nigerians, is this ignorance. I don't know if it is act of ignorance, or I actually believe it's act of ignorance. Okay, some of you don't understand what is called system. Okay, and system is not individual, it's not one person. Okay, that's why they call it a deep state when it is corrupt. A corrupt system has deep state, which means people who are deeper into the rot. And as long as they exist, right, you will never, ever benefit anything as a citizen of any country that is started with such a unfortunate thing. But you know something? When they announced that the president of Iran has crashed and is dead, I saw some Nigerians there. God, when are you going to remember Nigeria now? God, you have been doing these things to some countries. Why don't you just do it for Nigeria too? I know some of you call it cruise. There are some of you who really want it to happen, but you are so ignorant. if you are one of those who wishes to see Tifnumbu crash in a plane crash, all right? Or what do you call it? Or something happened to him and he dies. Or he just says, I'm resigning. I know they do it again. This whole thing is not just about Tifnumbu. If Tifnumbu die at 10 a.m. in the morning, and they announce that Tifnumbu is dead, they were 10 a.m., they will swear another person in. That is a shitty man. Shitty man will become your president by 10:10. Do you understand that? By 10 minutes after 10. If they announce that Tifnumbu died at 10 o'clock, by 10 minutes after 10, that same 10 minutes after, they will swear for shitty man. Because there cannot be vacuum. If shitty man, if anything happened to shitty man, they will pick another thief, another criminal in their rank. They will swear for him. And that one will continue. The system will continue to punish you. It doesn't matter who is in charge. It is the system. And that is why the system continues to produce criminals that will continue to take advantage of you because of a faulty system, a corrupt system. So don't pray for Tifnumbu to something to happen to him and think your problem is going to be over. There were those of you who believed that Bokwari was the only problem. So once Bokwari was gone, there is nobody that can ever be worse as a Bokwari. Now, Tifnumbu is asking you to hold this cup. So wishing they crash or die is an act of ignorance, maybe stupidity too. Okay? The thing you should pray to die, to crash and scatter, is that corrupt system that continues to pop these criminals up. Once that crashed, everything else will crash and take shape. But that if number will, the problem will be gone. No, don't, come on. It's only an ignorant person that would be like, even if Tifnumbu no die, if he resign tomorrow, let's say he resigns, say no do again. I know they do again, yeah, take your thing. The next person will do you what shake it too, because they are still going to operate on the same corrupt constitution that you didn't write, the same corrupt system that they already ingrained in you. They want you to accept it as a normal thing, and it is not normal. So if you are one of those who hear the news of a president dies somewhere or something happens somewhere and you're like wishing, your wishes cannot change anything in the first place, but be careful of what you are wishing for. If you get sense, you will wish for the entire system to collapse. The people like Tifnumbu, Shitty Man, and the rest of them, they won't be your leaders. They will be in prison, in jail. Do you understand that? Right. So it is going to be Tifnumbu's 1 year of forcing himself on you. It's going to be a year soon. And I remember this. I don't know if you do.
To change and torture, move the exchange rate from 200 to 800. If they have repaired it, if they have arrested this, we won't be where we are today. We will be greater. They don't know the way. They don't know how to think. They don't know how to do.
I said, if Ahmed Bola Tinubu fails, hold me responsible.
You say?
I say, if Tinubu fails, hold me responsible.
Thank you.
The job people are already angry that this is the worst government.
We have just started.
We must learn a lesson. This man! This is not the Ahmed Bola Tinubu I know. Since 1992, when I encounter you, I don't think this is the Ahmed Bola Tinubu I know. That calls me his friend, and I call him my friend, and calls me my son, and I call him my father. This is not the Ahmed Bola Tinubu I know. This is not the Ahmed Bola Tinubu.
I don't know the meaning, but I just know it's something that is not really good. Tifnumbu will be in 9 days. Tifnumbu and his gang, imagine, take a look at this. Tifnumbu is already planning to spend over 3 billion naira to tell you what he has done in the last 1 year. 3.1 billion, actually. And that's going to go into the committee that Tifnumbu set up. That committee, the committee is to put together, okay, what Tifnumbu has done in 1 year. I mean, that's some crazy stuff, right? They have to kind of like go look for what he's done, so that what he's practically paying for is he's paying them to come and help him package a lie, propaganda after propaganda. And there are some of you who are actually waiting to swallow all that, right? Maybe not this guy.
I want in the last 1 year, and from next week they will start telling us their propaganda. What have they done that has benefited the ordinary person? What have they done? In a span of 1 year, they have made millions more people back into multidimensional poverty. They have pushed millions more children into out of school because parents cannot pay for their school fees. They have put many more people hungry in 1 year. So what have you done? What have you done? I want government to tell us. Don't give me the story about, oh, they're just floating the dollar. It's all another deception. You increase the taxes, you hike the interest rate, and you borrow money thinking you'll prop the naira artificially, and you keep taxing everybody. This is exactly what he did, what the president did in Lagos. Tax, 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 tax. And the economic team, to me, honestly, look more like tax collectors than economists. Taxation does not grow economies. Only production does. They seem out of they're out of their depth, to be honest. The common man does not see the way out. The last year has been a year of nothing but deception, destitution, and hopelessness. I want in the last...
Right. You know the guy? Yeah, that is Sheikh Osama bin Gumi's wingman. And since Osama bin Gumi is a terrorist sympathizer and a terrorist himself, do you know that? But Mo will just leave personality out of it now, okay? And in fact, ignore him. Maybe I should ask you, right? See, that one is asking me. Can you say, Maiyegun, defamation character was Oloshi. Then ban Gumi from Saudi Arabia in your life. Since you don't grow up, when did you read it anywhere? That Saudi Arabia, they ban someone. Not only that, they ban him from their country. He can't come to their country. Simply because of his terrorist and terrorism views. They call it extremist. Now, when they want this, they won't confuse you. They will say extremist view. About terrorist is terrorist. And not be all the terrorists, not be all of them, they put bomb. Now, some people, they draft the idea. Some people, they recruit them. Some people, they mobilize funds for them. Some people send them to go and carry out the attacks. They are all terrorists. Sheikh Osama bin Gumi is a terrorist. And Saudi Arabia was first to know. Saudi Arabia is where Islam comes from, Abi. But in Nigeria now, you have extremists, you have terrorists parading themselves as Muslims, okay? And this guy that you saw on your screen is one of them, okay? So there are those who believe that Fulani terrorists, okay, they are just killing people because they were neglected by government, okay? Once the government give them everything they want now, they will stop killing people. They're just kidnapping people and just, that's what Gumi said. You see that guy? The reason why I will play his video, I would like you to listen to him, is not because of all of that. It is because even during Boko Haram's time, he was outspoken. Now, you can call it Takia. That's why I said, take the personality out of it now. Let me ask you. If you are, listen to this, so if you are a Buhari Didere, a Buhari Denotu, a Buhari Dijatu, a Buhari Shuku, Ngozi Hari, Nneka Hari, sophisticated morons, obedient fools, humbled slaves, voluntary slaves, then those of you have now mutated to bat idiots from, Buhari idiots, or those of you who mutated from, what do you call that one? The cyberbarians, so to say, who have now mutated into bat idiots, kind of a bad start. And your uncles and aunties abroad too. Those patriotic Nigerians abroad. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. You are looking back. Are you not one of those Abobaku anymore? At least you are the only one watching me, so you just say yes, right? So it's been almost a year. There must be something that we are missing. Like, okay, we will be bad belly people. You'll be good belly person. Let me tell you, in case if you probably doubting it, right? You can call me Martinelli, or we've got director's cut there. I've got one true emperor, Air Force One as well. Few ones that can mention their names, right? You can call us a bad belly, and that's fine. Okay, but you with your good belly, even though majority of you are so dishonest that I don't know how you kind of feel about yourself, how you see yourselves. Okay, but it's been a year. Tifnumbu met a liter of petrol at 147 naira, and he took it to over 600 naira per liter. Boko Haram was paying 20 billion naira a month for fuel subsidy, and you were buying it at 147 or 167 a liter. Then Tifnumbu came. He said subsidy was gone, but it's a lie. They lied to you. Now that they are telling you that they are paying over 950 billion, nearly 1 trillion naira every month, so that you can buy a liter of petroleum for 700 naira per liter. All of this in the last 1 year. Tifnumbu and his gang met the dollar officially at 500 naira or 510 naira to $1. Then the black market was 710 naira to $1. Tifnumbu said subsidy was gone, and that jumped to 1,900 naira to $1. It hasn't come down since. Even though you try to want to make us start praising you, okay, when you artificially stealing money from the foreign reserve of Nigeria, sharing that among yourselves so that you could keep the price or the exchange rate of the dollar down. They were robbing the country. Now, the adventure that took them, that cost them over $5 billion just to get Nigerian naira down to 1,100. Then your cost of living. Look at your life. Look around you. So if there's something I'm missing, you can tell us what has been that direct positive impact that Tinubu's government has taken that you can say without bad belly, people like us bad belly, we know they see anything good. It is your chance to call to this program and tell us. Okay? You will do us a lot of good. It's an open platform. I don't know who is going to call in. I don't know what you have in mind. But if you think that we are still in the era where you can boldly, shamelessly come out and lie about what doesn't exist, and then you will tell us to go and check. Why don't you go? We go to Kebbi. If you see the farm in Kebbi, Olori Bruku never been to Kebbi. But you see, a lot of you defending them, you are doing yourself. It's called self-loathing, self-hating people. You are not doing me. Oh, Shemi, oh, Shemi, you are not doing me. But yourself. But you can come here and tell us. 1 year. I'm not saying 1 year. Like, don't come and tell me that 1 year, it's still 1 year. Then you give them time. You no get choice. Listen to me. Let's give them time. They were shaking it cock in the coin. It's just 1 year. But whether you want to give them time or you don't want to give them time, you don't get choice. Because the moment you feel like you don't want to give them time anymore, it's actually the moment you've probably liberated your mind and stop expecting anything from them. So you can tell us, what have we missed? Electricity has improved in my area, or near or there. Statistically, Nigeria have lost over 40% of their generating capacity, and it's not even a joke. Nigeria was generating nearly 9,000 megawatts of electricity 9 years ago. Very small, not sufficient. But ask these guys how much they are generating today. 5,000 megawatt electricity, giant of Africa. But you can jump into the comment and say, well, we have been enjoying 24 hours electricity in my area. The reality is more like contrary. Okay? So you can come and tell me, though, my line is going to be opened now. For those of you who probably want to attempt and be part of this, remember, it is always an open mic. Okay? Listen to this.
There's no political party in Nigeria that is not going through one form or the other of some discomfort within the management.
I think discomfort is an understatement.
It's not an understatement, but actually, it's not. No. My party is still stable. It's still committed to the ideals that all of us ran under the Labour Party, and we are still committed to ensuring that, albeit a minority, in this wise at the National Assembly, that will still have a significant voice in the way that things are going to be run, and significantly in the ways that people should expect their legislators to begin to function and to begin to do things for the benefit of the Nigerian people. So, yeah, have we had an issue with the leadership of the party? Absolutely. No political party has not. After all, even today, PDP is having an issue with their leadership of their party as it concerns River State.
Yeah, but we expected...
APC is having their own problems.
But we expected that from the PDP and the APC. You were the new direction of politics.
But what
I'm saying is that you were the new direction of politics. You had a presidential candidate that inspired people. On the back of that, you went to your constituents, and on the strength of the fact that they wanted a new Nigeria, and you were that great hope, they gave you the opportunity.
The new Nigeria that you talked about is still obtainable. At least having that new Nigeria being obtainable is better than what we already have now called renewed hope. But as a political party, we are going, the success breeds a lot of people coming into the party. You look at Abia State, so many people are coming into the Labour Party because of the performance of His Excellency Dr. Alex Otti. They are seeing the dynamics change, they are seeing the narratives change, and they're actually seeing physical infrastructure, not just in road infrastructure, in education, in the health sector, you name it. Otti is doing a whole lot to revamp and to change the narrative of Abia State. Now, Peter Obi has also remained dominant in the political space in Nigeria. You can't wish him off. At least going about talking about the economy. Also going about to talk about how we can move our country forward. Again, from consumption to production. Look at the statistics that you just read out now. There is no assessment of the state of the nation that will be adequate when you don't prioritize the feelings of the people. The people are feeling very sad, they're unhappy, they're hungry. Then you look at inflation rate today, over 40% official.
Food inflation. Food
inflation.
Yeah.
Yes, over 40%. Unemployment, you said, is about 36%, but if you add underemployment, it's over 50%. Insecurity. So a lot of Nigerians are continuously living lives of hopelessness and not enough opportunities, or insufficient opportunities. And the government of today is not doing anything about it. And until we begin to listen to the ideals that Labour Party people ran, then this country, regardless of who, the president is APC today, but the president needs all the help that he can get.
So the point you're making is basically, don't do what I do.
I just to make you hear him, okay? He's one of the Labour Party senators from the eastern part of Nigeria. And he's somebody will say, oh, you don't blame him because he's probably being careful. And that is why he's saying the president needs all this support. And at the same time, he's also saying, oh, you know, we are new, but you see, we probably don't know what we are doing. Because your job as an opposition is to what? Is to stand up against what you know is going to be against the interest of the people. And anything that is against the interest of the people should be your own thing that you will stand up for, right? You stand up and fight it. And you don't see it as if you are standing up against Tifnumbu. It is Nigeria where everybody is deceiving themselves, right? So I don't want to be the Igbo man that is going to say Tifnumbu is a total failure. And I don't want to stand up in the Senate and say Tifnumbu cannot get that, he cannot get this. They will single me out. Well, why do you go in there then? Why do you go into a place where you know that you can't speak your mind, you can't stand up without being labeled, you know, enemy of Tifnumbu? That's one part of the fake one Nigeria, though. You have to be very careful so that they don't say, you the Igbo people are coming for me and the rest. Fake, it's lie, right? But yeah, it's one of them. I haven't seen the Labour Party who were supposed, according to that, you know, to that anchor there. They were supposed to be the, Julius Malema's party of South Africa. Do you know that Julius Malema could become the president of South Africa in another few years now? Like, they've started gaining that momentum enough that it's just a matter of time. Yeah. Now, that's a political ideology that doesn't match with anybody. Just say, okay, this is how we want to do it. You know, Malema was from ANC as well. Julius Malema, ANC. But yet, he got to a stage, He was actually the former youth leader of ANC too. He's not just an ANC member. But when he realized that they love doing things the old way, this, and they will tell you have to wait and kill, and he couldn't wait. What did he do? He led the generation of South Africans that want things done differently. And they tagged them problematic people, racists, and so many other things they call them. That's one thing about power. That's one thing I would actually love to push someday too. Something I'm already working on though. You know, something that where you can actually get people, not only to what we are doing now, but be able to actually mobilize them politically and usurp the present political order in your region or what have you, especially Yoruba land. So when you change all of those people who have been part and parcel of Nigeria, those ones that will sell us off even before they ask them, right? Once you get rid of them and you bring in the pro-Yorubas, the real Omoluabi Yorubas, who see themselves as true sons of the soil and not subordinate to anybody in Nigeria, then they move to break away from Nigeria or even tell the rest of Nigeria that they should be getting ready, we are leaving. Won't be hard. But you see those ones who are already compromised, who are feeding fat from the rots, they will stop us from doing anything. So I love that of the Malima, or Labour Party in Nigeria. Hello there. I actually thought I got you. Did you drop? Okay, I think I lost that caller then. So what happened is that you see, if you call in and I take your call, I think you will know that on your screen and say, oh, your line is reading, and I can put you there or leave you behind, and I can still continue talking while I finish what I'm saying. Okay. So yeah, that's what is expected of the Labour Party, especially the kind of window of change then and all that. They're supposed to be like a serious force. In fact, if they wanted to be dressing like a labor union to the National Assembly, that's it. You are not big men. You're not supposed to be big men. Gonna lie. Now the big men, some of them big men, some of them very poor, but now they are big men. All right, everybody just took the ride, obedient ride, and before they opened their eyes, they just found themselves in the Nigerian Senate. I'm a senator. Yes, you are a senator now. Honorable, I'm a rep member. Oh my God, I am now a rep member. Yes, you are a rep member now. Then they want to belong. And that is why they would rather just say yes. All yes, have it. Those against it say yes. I'm sorry, so those against it say no. Those support say yeah, the yes have it. And they will go on and cash out. Right? Long way to.
Hello?
Hello there.
Good afternoon, Maiyegun.
Good afternoon, sir. I don't know if you were the one I picked you for earlier, but I got somebody at the night.
No. I was trying to disturb you earlier, but I figured out that maybe it was not time for call yet. So I was looking at the time.
Oh, no. You could call in any time. You could stop me talking any time because it is the brunch time. And the conversation is mostly just random. I only come here to I only bring like maybe one or two stories just to kind of start the conversation.
No. Please, you know? We are enjoying the brunch time because it helps the work moving. You know, this is working period. So it gives you the energy to assimilate with your job.
Nice one, Baba. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. Please.
Thank you, Maiyegun, for the time. Maiyegun, it's a very great time to be alive, man.
It is.
Because the situation globally is very interesting. You know, there was one line you made that majority of the people in Nigeria does not understand that we live by a system.
Yes.
There are some certain things you would just wish it to happen, but there is a system that, you know, it has to align with before it happens. Mm-hmm. You see, that is why I cannot agree with whatever democratic process that Peter Obi, Atiku, or any other persons that is not on the APC is trying to use to look into 2027 for another general election. Mm-hmm. Because first of all, you have to agree that there is a system that works with the present administration. If the system is in alliance with the present administration, there is nothing that we can do to take them out democratically. No. Except the people comes out and say, we need to change the constitution and we need to change the status quo before we now agree if we are going to be proceeding on an election.
Exactly.
Exactly.
If you're expecting it, if they are expecting any better result from the same faulty system,
it is not going to work. Let me give you an example too. Today I was on a platform and I was hearing about Nnamdi Kanu not being granted bail due to this, due to that. And somebody was making reference that Nnamdi Kanu is the Mandela of today. Maybe in some years, people are going to look at him like Mandela is going to be set free and everything. On my own findings and understanding of the system, Nnamdi Kanu cannot be like Mandela because Nnamdi Kanu is a different person from Mandela.
Yes.
From what I understand, Mandela was granted bail or was released after 20-something years in the prison because he compromised.
Mm-hmm.
Because Mandela compromised. He compromised because there is nobody as a black man that will get those royalties that the Westerners gave Mandela when he was free if he was not compromised. They would have not given those preferences, those high records, those high names they gave him, those Nobel Prizes he got. The white man will never give you that if you have not compromised. And that is why when he was freed, he had made a kind of agreement with those people who came to, with the apartheid state, that he's going to let the status quo to remain. That is why those people who were having those game reserves as foreigners, that own those places where you have lions and antelope today, they remain the sole owners of those places. Those people that have the gold mine, they remain the owners of those gold mines. Those people who own those establishments, they remain. Mandela did not change them when he became president. Did you? I don't know whether you're understanding me.
I am with you 100% because
okay.
I just kind of wanted to listen, okay? Because to me, right, you are sounding like my South African friend. He's somebody who feels like talking about system, right? He was one who also feels like Mandela was like a prop up, image of the West after they condemned him, after they called him a terrorist and all of that. But it's like to give themselves a bit of a redemption, okay?
Yeah.
To make themselves feel good. They were like, okay, you know what? Release him. So they gave them political power, but they did not give them economic power. You are right. I've heard them say that many times. Go on.
Yeah, that is why somebody like Indian Army of Uganda, for us growing up, we saw him as an animal, as an African person. Because what Indian Army was doing, those actions, whether they were violently taken or they were not democratically taken, those actions he took about the foreigners leaving his country, we are seeing those things that today, those are some of the things that affect us as Africans, because there are people who come to our country and take the best part of it and they leave the people in shambles. So somebody like Indian Army of Uganda, if you look at the Western history, he was seen as a dictator, an evil man, a cannibalist, and all those, anything you can think of that is horrible is associated with Indian Army of Uganda. But today, if we look at the reality with the microscopic lens of globalization, you will see that somebody like that was doing exactly what the average African man would be trying to reason about his own future as an African man. Now, I want to also ask another question. Why do you think a country like Britain, we call those countries Commonwealth country? What do we understand by Commonwealth, Maiyegun? If I tell you that me and Maiyegun, we have a Commonwealth in Congo, what does come to mind when some countries can refer to you as Commonwealth?
I know.
It means that you are part of our riches. You belong to us. Whatever we say is what happens there. That is why I was not in accordance seeing some royalties coming to Nigeria and everybody were happy about it. I'm not having anything against those persons, but I'm having something against the establishment, because it's kind of a reminder for those people coming in to make the people understand that you people still belong to us. You are our commonwealth. You remain who we want you to be. And it played, even though those people in the United Kingdom were like, oh, we don't like them coming, but we know the politics behind it. It's a kind of a renewed system that these people still belong to us. I think we should be looking at it that way. That is why I'm saying that whatever political arrangement people are trying to bring to bamboozle the people again for 2027, if you want to go and queue up and vote, that is your own headache. For me, anything election in Nigeria is out of it. Peter Obi cannot take. How can you take out people like Tinubu, Wike, and Wike is still in PDP. So you are going to have, even though Peter Obi wins tomorrow and Atiku say I support you, PDP is Wike is still in PDP. Wike is still going to act as another. What do you call this man? There's one man you just say what you call him Akaka. Is that man that was giving a big problem that they said he was not the national president of national chairman of Labour. What do you call this man? He's from
Lamidiot, a Pampas.
No. Pampas. We are going to have Wike as another Pampa if tomorrow Obi gets the post in 2000. It's a strategy. That is why Wike is still in PDP. These people have laid down all the strategy because the way you are planning, APC is not sleeping now. They are planning. They have everything. They are planning. So that is why PDP is still having somebody like Wike not living there, but he's there. Because by the time you have somebody like Obi tomorrow in those kind of in PDP, if he cross carpet to PDP and wins tomorrow, you will have another fracas. And the same judiciary will come and say, oh, because there is fracas among PDP, somebody like Wike is dragging with Obi, we will disqualify the. Anything can happen in Nigeria.
Right. Like, don't rule anything out in that place. When you think it's never going to get worse, then it's going to be.
Cool. You will now see the other side of Wike. He will mobilize, and some people from the south will still support him. And before you know it, they will rule out that election. And everything will go back.
They said Undigbo. They advised him. So I read their advice. Don't fall for this Tifku and this northern politicians.
No.
Don't follow. If you dare, I will roast you like this. But we did hear, Baba. We did hear.
But I don't think he's going to listen. I don't think he's going to listen. Obi is not going to listen. He's going to fall for it. Bet me, Maiyegun. He's going to fall for it. Thank you.
God bless you. Enjoy your morning, and enjoy your week. I may not be lucky to speak to you again this week.
Okay, thank you, Maiyegun.
Okay.
Thank you.
Nice one. Now, again, that is what you call the brunch time with Maiyegun. So all you have to know is that, you could call in, you could choose what you want to talk about, and then, I'll listen. And then possibly others too will listen. Now, thank you so much. If you're still watching me, or if you're still watching this, remember, you need to like it. Yeah, like it. Like, go under the video and just like it. One is enough. So I have another caller. Let's see if I just missed that. Sorry about that. I missed somebody which is trying to get through now. Okay. And thank you so much once again. So talking about the system, how many of you knows that the Chief Justice of Nigeria has appointed his own son, his son-in-law, as well as his brother as judges in Nigeria? Okay. How many of you knows that with the Wike's wife and the wives of some of these politicians have also been appointed as judges, like real judges? So it's going to be like a Jeko judge. Real judges will go wear gown and wig. So they are already setting them up for your 2027. Why would anybody want to do that to themselves? Why would you want to do that to yourself? You know, this whole system is rotten, is rigged. But you make yourself so vulnerable. Like, there's nothing we can do. You know, so we just have to, all of us have to stand up to do what? Hello. Okay. I think there's something people need to know. Again, see, if you call me and I put you on hold, I could leave you there for 2-3 minutes. So if you cut off, then that will be your own loss. So when I'm talking, I don't stop talking. Okay, because your call comes through. So if you can't stay back, let me see if this is you. And I know it is you. Can you hear me now?
Oh, Uncle Maiyegun, is that okay?
So it's okay. See, I was wondering that I think I've picked the call twice already, haven't I?
No, you didn't.
Oh, it's the first one, right? Somebody was calling from the UK, right? And they kind of like, I put them there, 30 seconds later, they were gone. I'm like, oh. Okay, Casson, my dear sister, how are you?
I'm very well. I mean, am I really well? I don't know.
Well, you are very well, but maybe like, you know, not that all well when it concerns all this that concerns us, right?
Exactly. I mean, how can we be well if we're living in a foreign land?
In real truth, we are not.
Right? Until we can live in our father's land, I don't think our souls will ever be well.
No.
Yeah.
All is not well inside well, Aduke, if we're all being honest.
Exactly. So, Uncle Maiyegun, as always, I'm so happy that you are sharing this information. But I wanted to highlight two things.
Please.
You know, like I said before, in order for Nigerians to see the topics that we're talking about as an issue, it has to be top of mind. You see, for us in the UK, I'm not thinking about my safety. You know, I don't wake up in the morning and start thinking, you know, have I been robbed? Do I have electricity? Do I have oil? Do I have water? That isn't the top of my mind. So because we're free mentally in the West, we are able to look at these issues and say we need to talk about it. But the average Nigerian is facing, you know, there's something called Maslow hierarchy, which talks about the fundamentals of life is, do I have something to eat? Do I have somewhere to live? And if there's no information, there's no democracy. A democratic society can only be democratic if there is information. But Nigeria is a nation of no information. So even if we have this wonderful president, for anyone listening that works in a corporate company, it is not one person that holds a company together.
No.
It requires all members of staff. If you walk into McDonald's today, and McDonald's has this amazing, you know, gadget where you can just order your McDonald's, right? But if there's no chef, if there's no reception, if there's no one frying the chips, making the burger, then you cannot have your McDonald's.
No, you can't.
So McDonald's could have the best recipe, but if we don't have the people to actually make the food, there is no McDonald's.
No.
So the same with Nigeria. Everybody's talking about having this one person. One person is not going to change Nigeria. Not at all.
No.
And I think the culture of Nigerians is we're a passive country. Poverty has made Nigerians passive. Because when you're poor, you're thinking about shelter, food, and sustainability. So you become a very selfish nation. You know, we often hear them say, oh, Nigeria is the most happiest country. You do know to be happy constantly is a form of mental illness.
It is.
It's not normal to be happy constantly. Nigerians don't have no choice than to be happy. That's a different, we don't have a choice. Nigerians who live in Nigeria have to be happy. But we need to work on information. We need information generalized, given out to everybody. So what you just said, Uncle Maiyegun, where you just talked about the judge and his children joining the network. That information needs to be communicated.
I'm so surprised. It's actually out there, Aduke, right? To the point that I was even contemplating of doing a real session on it by reading out all those names. Maybe by then, a lot of people will actually be interested. And so, it's real. Oh, it's true. I didn't know it's true. So these guys appointed their children and wives and all that true. Maybe I should do something on that. Maybe then maybe a lot of people kind of understand that when we say don't go into an election with these guys who have already mapped everything, done everything, without you having to dismantle all these things they are putting together. Don't go into any fight with them. It's never gonna be a fair fight. You know?
Yes. And it's that information we need. And we need 1 million of Uncle Maiyeguns. We need 1 million newspapers. There's not enough. There's not enough radio channels. There's not enough magazines. There's not enough online media. There's not enough billboards that's actually telling people. Do you know that the budget for this year's education is less than the budget for helicopters in Nigeria?
So sad.
There's no society without information. Why do I know more about the Queen than I knew about my grandma? Because of information.
Information is life. That's what they say. One of our guys even said that, info lap info. You know that? And it's so true. With information, you can fly. With the right information, you can be so empowered and you can fly. So, but where the lack of it, then you have an army of ignorant, blind people, which then make it even more dangerous.
More dangerous. And now the society of Nigeria will focus on politicians and not on the people.
Not on the people.
I don't give a shit about you as a politician if you're not providing for your community. But Uncle Maiyegun, the problem is the information's not there. So how does Iata, the lady that's selling pepper on her street, how does she know that her governor has spent all of the money on new cars? Who will tell her? Who would tell her? So until we in the diaspora have to invest in channels of information, we have to donate. We have to become business partners. If you know anyone in Nigeria you want to set up a news channel, that's how you do it. You have to partner up so we can get the information out there. Until information is expressed, Nigeria will continue to be in darkness.
That's a very sad one. But I'm glad that we also have a place where we could express all of this, and that we believe that there are those who will pick from base and do something. I'm one of them, though. But it's all still in the cool.
We need millions of you.
So we need to get a lot of people like myself, yourself on the screen. You see, that's one thing I'm working on as well. Okay,
we need more.
Yeah, to get in there, people like yourself and so many like that all over the world. Get us.
And we need also, we also need language distribution. It's a major thing. It's a major thing. We need an Hausa in Yoruba. Yoruba that has 10 different dialects. A Yoruba person in one town cannot understand the same Yoruba as somebody in another town.
You don't listen very well, right? You just have to be like, or sometimes you just have to pick some keywords before you understand some other Yorubas. And that's one beauty about it. You get that? It becomes more fascinating, interesting, and you just feel like you're missing out because you don't understand all they are saying. Then you become more curious and you want to know more. That's my own experience when I'm around other Yorubas. We don't want to speak the clear one like all of us sometimes.
Likewise.
So Aduke, thank you so much again.
Thank you, sir.
For stopping by. You have a good one yourself, okay?
Bye.
Grant. That is Aduke, our own Aduke now, who is now becoming more prominent. Quite, breath of fresh air too. And thank you so much to every one of you who's still watching. Remember, the line is always right there opened, okay? And if I pick your call, because I may be saying something now, then your call comes through, I may pick it and just keep you there for a while. You'll be hearing me on your phone, not just on your TV, okay? And then I can just bring it on and say, oh, are you there? Come on. So if you call in and I've not really taken it, don't see it bad, all right? I saw this video of this Afar. You see, that's another thing, talking about information and education, like Aduke put it, okay? Listen to this. To him, for Nigeria to be good, blah, 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 they must make sure that people don't have dual citizenship. Who go tell Afar? Who go tell this Afar? The majority of the ones that he meets with, politicians and their family members, they actually have multiple citizenship. You can't pick Showore will be say get the chance to become American and chooses not to. I don't even know what's wrong with that guy. And we will never know what is. Because it's like, to us, patriotism to Nigeria. About you, they smoke Igbo. It is smoking their hemp. Because if not, he has all the chance to be an American. But for some reason, probably Showore also feels like one day he's going to be president of Nigeria and he didn't want to be an American. And this Afar is using Showore as an example of Nigerians who have dual citizenship. He also used Nnamdi Kanu. He ignored people like Tifnumbu de Guinea. At least some of you know that Tifnumbu is a Guinean. He has a passport, and they said, oh, he was just honored with that. So I saw this as I will share with you. Just a few seconds.
As if every Nigerian that accepts citizenship of any country or other countries must cease to be a citizen of Nigeria forever. This dual citizenship is what people like Nnamdi Kanu and Soere to come out to commit trouble in Nigeria. As if every
You hear that, idiot? He was telling his people there that dual citizenship, if you have any other country, you should cancel your Nigeria. They should cancel you and say you are no longer a Nigerian. Oh, my Biafran brothers will be so happy to have that. Yeah. Deport us to Biafra. Here you get. So yeah, deport all of us to Biafra. That we kind of have our own country. Or deport me back to America, or deport me to so and so. But that's part of the lack of information we're talking about, right? Majority of those in charge of Nigeria, they are British, they are Americans, they are Canadians, they are citizens of so many countries that you won't believe. Most of them actually love all these Islamic countries, Iranians. You will see them. El-Zazaki is Iranian. Do you know that? He's Nigerian and he's also Iranian. El-Zazaki of Shiites. Do you know that? El-Zazaki is Iranian. Hello there. You may need to mute the broadcast now that you've been connected.
That is me, Beatrice.
Hey, our lady Beatrice, ma'am. How are you?
Fine. I want to appreciate. Yesterday, I've been trying.
Have you? Like everybody,
yes,
you know, you got to a stage, everybody actually noticed that you've not been here. And I started I became worried.
One guy said, where is Lady Beatrice? I want to.
You wanted to call it, right? Then.
I want to appreciate him for kind of missing me.
we really did, right? And until until a member of this platform called and was like, "Oh, what about this lady? Oh, this lady." I said, "Beatrice, yeah, we've not heard from her for so long. And last time we heard from you was when you were complaining about cold, right? You were recovering." So that got us to be like, "Oh no, that's true."
I told you that I suffered leukemia, which affected my immune system.
So sorry.
Which means I am immune suppressed. I'm on heavy medication, so it's like my medicine. Sometimes I don't sleep at night. I sleep in the day.
Bless you.
You know, so I'm sorry if you don't hear from me often. But
I'm glad to hear from you now. The fact that we can hear you loud and clear means that whatever it is, here you are sound and healthy.
Yeah, to see if somebody was going to call you. Nobody called. That was why I now called.
Bless you.
And again, you have some members of this thing that are a little bit insultive and abusive. And they shouldn't be doing that. Everybody have right to their own opinion.
That's right.
So when somebody is talking, not even me, I see them insulting some other persons. You know, they shouldn't be doing that.
There is little we can do. What I do most is that when people get insulted that way, we just get them suspended by just taking them off the chart. I don't like people making my viewers or everyone
we are talking about
No,
we are talking about the same country everybody is interested in, seeing the best coming out of the country. So
speak your truth and speak your mind. And
if you have people who are supporting the regimes, not only this one, even the past. The past president lived half of his period in UK and the other half in Nigeria.
That's right.
And nobody did anything because nobody antagonizes these people. And you just talk and nothing happens. That is why they keep doing it. They think that Nigerians are fools. They will just make noise.
Talk.
Yeah, and nothing happens. You know, Emiloko now, some people are saying that he has to leave, maybe Obi, he will give the thing to Obi. All those things, you know, our people have to be serious, very, very serious about what they actually want. If what you need is because Emiloko is a Yoruba man or is from your village or whatever, so if he poops all over Abuja, it doesn't matter. That is wrong. We should be able to say no. If Obi is not doing well, we say no to Obi. If it's whoever, no matter wherever they came from. Yeah, you know, it's wrong to be like you are doing this program. You are not an Igbo man, you know. So you are the only, I can say, unusual media that is talking against the people from your own side of the world, of the state, of the country. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
But we have this idea that so long they came from our place, whatever they do is right. It's not right.
It's not.
It's not right. We should be able to focus, get that person out, campaign against that person. If it's a governor, we don't lie down and wait. In fact, governors are more destructive to Nigeria than even the president.
Yeah, because their own damages is done in a stage that...
It's quite... what's his name now? The minister in Abuja, after ruling his own state for 8 years, it doesn't really matter whether he's selected or whatever he did to bring that person on power. It is only usual for him to calm down and let this person do his job. But he's not ashamed to tell the whole country that he wants something. So the one he took when he was in power is not enough.
No.
You see, the people are so greedy. They are not thinking about the ordinary man. He still wants more from the one that is in power now. The one he took when he was the uncle. No,
Koto, because they need to fund the structure for next election. You get
I'm telling you, they are evil. They are doing it too much. Like this. Yeah, like this man, he talks with impunity in Abuja there.
Yeah.
He talks like he can do whatever he wants. Nobody can say anything. You know, the more you look, the less you see.
In his own word, you know, ma.
Yeah.
The more you look, the less you see.
The less you see.
The more you look,
if they smoke, you go. And he's saying this.
The more you look, the less you see. The more you look, the less you see. The more you look.
Go ahead.
Exactly. And then you see now, if you go to Port Harcourt or where he came from, you see the faction that are supporting him in whatever he's doing.
I know.
You know, it's wrong. It's not about their personal income. It is about the whole state. It's about the country. You know, we have to begin to think that way, you know. And this one who just spoke last, there's somebody who mentioned something on your video you showed just now.
Okay.
That is, what did he talk about? Remind me of what he said.
Oh, you mean, no, he's talking about us, instead of going into election in this 40 arrangement, right? That
he's talking about
reform before
Is that the one I'm talking about is the one that wants everybody that is a citizen out of Nigeria should cease to be Nigerians. He's such an idiot.
Oh, you mean the video I just played? I'm sorry. I thought you were referring to the last caller.
No,
the last video about citizenship. You heard that?
That guy is just, you see, they come also and display their foolishness.
That's how they do.
They display their foolishness, their ignorance.
Now, if they make that one now, ma'am, if they now, tomorrow you wake up, you don't know much about him yet, right? They now appointed because he's from the northern Nigeria. He is now the immigration controller. Yeah. And he begin to implement some so foolish and stupid policies that a lot of you will just sit down and be like, what is this again? Which one is this again?
Because the one he stole before, all of them, it's like they're just sharing the thing, you know. It was by lay, it was not by lay, Panama, back here. That's what they are doing. So when the ordinary man is crying, it is wrong. Please, I don't want to talk so much because I'm warned not to stress myself.
You shouldn't, okay? Yeah, and it's so beautiful to hear from you.
Because every little stress does not help my immune system. So
don't stress yourself, ma'am. Okay.
You can Google it yourself to know, yeah.
Just chill, relax, and then once in a while, chat us up.
Yeah. It's a battle of over 11 years. I battled with cancer. They don't see the cancer anymore. I'm a cancer survivor.
You know what they say about winning against such things, right? You know, they say whatever cannot kill you, make you stronger, right? So if it cannot control you, right, then you control it. So that's exactly the situation now.
It brought me closer to my God, to my Creator.
That's amazing.
So people should take it easy. We all want that country to be in order.
At least.
If we cannot be in order the way it is, then let us tear it up into pieces. Everybody can have peace.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you,
Lady Beatrice, ladies and gentlemen, she has not spoken to us for a while, and it's so good to hear from her. Like, so good. You know, when someone has become an integral part of a community, because that's what we see it here on Maiyegun's Diary. It's like a community. Okay? So as a community, there will be a time that you'll be like, oh, I have not seen Beatrice. Who have seen Lady Beatrice in the last say, oh yeah, I saw her on the way to the store the last time. Say, oh, I have not seen her. You will notice. And if everybody says, oh, we haven't seen her, I'll say, oh, well, let's send somebody to go check her up. That's a community. And since we cannot physically go check ourselves up, okay, so we can easily just say, hey, Beatrice, Lady Beatrice, are you watching? We miss you. And we'd love to see you around. And then wherever she is, she's probably just going to wear a smile like, okay, I miss you too. I'll try and call you tomorrow. Like kind of, you know, so it's a community and we do know ourselves. You can be part of that community too. Here is a caller. Hello there.
Maiyegun General. I greet you, my brother.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. This is Africa Peking.
Yeah. So I've got African Peking. Where are you calling from? Why are you using African Peking?
I'm actually calling from Italy.
Italo? Okay. Because I saw the number and I was like, I have this guy from Italy. I can't remember his name right away anyway, but I was looking for him to...
I've actually not told you my name before.
I know you haven't, but when I saw the number, right, I was thinking there's this guy who calls me from Italy. I want to remember his name now, I can't, right? But when I saw that, I was expecting you to then like increase the volume. And I was saying, oh, is that you? Or is that we are speaking or talking for the first time, right?
No, this should be my first time of calling, actually, for about 2 years now.
Oh, dear. How are you, Baba?
So, Maiyegun, I greet you, brother. Our problem too big. We don't even know where to start from. Because every day I go sit down, they think, say, we all know the problem of Nigeria. We all know the problem of Nigeria. We all know, say, Nigeria get problem. But what will be the solution? That's what they bother me past. Not just the talking, the every day, you know, we know the problem. What is the solution? You know, like, imagine like Tinubu now. See the new appointments they talk about now when they don't make now. Don't appoint all their wives, their girlfriends, their children, their house girls, still everywhere. Okay. Now people they complain, say the Tinubu enter, He never do anything. He never do anything. People, they suffer. Okay, see, this period they move enter now. You know how much these people don't keep? All these things that they do, all their focus is on the movement of Obi.
You they watch them too now, Abi?
I'm telling you now.
Everywhere we go. Okay, you know something, Baba? Somebody tell me something, right? Somebody said, in fact, I have these screenshots, okay? So on Twitter, they had this space, and it was full of Igbos. The Igbos, okay? They are talking about how to invest in Ala Igbo, okay? In the face of all of this persecution and all that. So they are doing this as bring your investment to, you can invest in this place. There is a land, they were having a chat about business. On the other hand, Africa Pekin, on the other hand, our Ronuku brethren, Ronu Nazis, they have their own title on a space, and they call it Igbo immigration to Yoruba land. How to make sure that the future election, Igbos don't participate in Yoruba land. That's the official plan. That's what they sit down and they were thinking. And then you see, there's this other guys who are Yorubas too. And they say, take a look at these two images. Look at these two pictures. They are both going to come back with results, Baba. Those who are scheming to make sure that Igbo never vote in Yoruba land again because they are insulting Yoruba, right? They will likely have their way, okay? Then the Igbos that are promoting that, let us go back home and invest our money there instead of losing our money, they also are going to have their way. But do you know which of them is going to benefit either of them more? Baba, those who spend their time promoting the hatred of APC, calling it Yoruba's agenda, or those who have accepted their fate and say, listen, no, Nigeria is not for you, bring your money here or bring your money home. When we look back, or probably when we look back in another 4 or 5 years, we have an army of unemployed, hungry adults, unemployed, unemployable.
They talk, Maiyegun. How many people they employed for Nigeria? They talk of unemployed. How many people they employed for Nigeria?
So it's going to get worse.
How many people are employed?
They are discussing next election. People will not get job, will not get food, will not get security. They are discussing next election, and they are already talking the next future election as if to say, "Na Yoruba versus Igbo." Kilo day.
May I tell you a small story of my life?
Please.
Just 1 minute. Just give you brief.
All right, go on, Baba. No worry.
I finished secondary school. 1992. So I'm not just getting interested to go to university because I feel say there was no need. In fact, before you go finish university, if they do business, I suppose don't meet up like you will go to university, you know, because then Nigeria was still good. So I worked in a company then in 1990 because after school. You don't become a student now, big boy for the area. You know, you wear uniform again. You know, you still do guys more. Maybe you know those kind of things now. Barb your style. You know, wear your jeans. All those kind of things. Do small guy. Then 93, I look and say, no, man, I gotta look for a job. I need to raise money because I have a lot of skills. I can barb. I can do artistic work and many things. So I have to work in a company then close to my house. I worked there for 6 months. I was able to raise money and open my store where I started with a barbering salon. So when they tell you this story, they say, from what we talk, just I say, jobless people, now I want to tell you now. I operated that myself from 1993 to 2012.
Wow.
Calculated, that is 19 good years.
Wow.
When I say pay store rent.
Take run now, maybe that same business, barbering salon, right? I
do barbering there. Because I do artistic work, then I can't add my artistic work done. I do signboard, any kind of general artwork, printing, invitation cards, and so on.
Did they not call it a lithography or something?
My brother, me not really give my name. You know, Nigeria, not get name.
But I think they have something like that as a name, artwork and all of that. Great.
Yeah, no, the name of my place was actually Creative Store. I just named it Creative Store. You know, so as time progresses, I now included Photoshop because people because of the artistic look of the place, people always come out. They want to take passports. They want to take pictures. I say, not be Photoshop. When I look the idea, these people they come, they go. If I see open Photoshop, they make more money now. So now I have to call one guy from Uniben where they stamp picture for Uniben to teach me how to use the camera because I know they are using professional camera, not just normal camera, you know. So the guy put me to have to pay him then. So why they tell you this thing, they say, all these periods when I spent for good 19 years in my store, you will see boys go leave their house in the morning. Most of them are graduates, some of them are undergraduate, some of them are jobless. They'll come my own store and come sit down now. Now, this same way they talk today now, they'll tell you about the election of next 4 years. The best footballer of the year. The highest paid footballer of the year.
Person was supposed to be first. When they carry second, give. You go to pay them and tell you what I mean.
So you're not going to blame those people. Why? Because what I tell you, among these people, you get graduates, you get undergraduate, you get normal jobless man. When you're ready to work now, but you don't see the job do. The graduates now don't finish school now, spend better money, they go school now. See money they buy house now, see money pay spend. How you going to tell that kind of person that's going to do job of like 2,000 naira? And it's not possible. You understand? So when people talk about joblessness or you people, like even in this Europe where we did, so like this Italy where we did, so I come through the desert. You understand? Before I leave Nigeria, I get my own car. You understand? I also for Nigeria, I buy land. I don't do that for Nigeria. If I won't travel, I get my own car.
Why?
They tell you the condition of Nigeria. I leave my car for Nigeria. I don't enter Europe before I sell my car. So tell you the condition. Immediately, Buhari enter 2015, bros. Now war. As the first increased car and fuel. I need to add bicycle to my car now. Because as an artist, I need to buy some quick materials around.
Now, you don't level up, and to maintain that level, you go. Buhari brought that threat. A lot of people saw the threat early. Those who acted, they escape them. Some people will not act fast. Baba, their history today.
Maiyegun, I never ever planned to travel for my life.
Wow.
To even travel through desert was never in my.
It's not your thing.
But how come I traveled? Somebody just come. The pastor close to me. I say, man, the son go join a court for Epoma, and maybe they not go kill the boy and so on. So you have to carry the boy out. And people just started their enter yesterday. You know, the rumor was just like this. All throughout the week, the whole place for the town just this one entered. I don't build interest, you know. So the man they always call my store in the morning after I open the church, come and buy a recharge card, you know, because I sell many things to my store now in addition to my business.
Like all jack of all trade and master of all
Nigeria business, we don't get special name. Now business you do.
I know now, business are business, especially anything with feet sharp, bring money legit to you, they enter them.
You know. So when this man come in the morning, he come buy cards, he complain about the song, I want to hear the song, call the guy one kind of on the top, go meet the guy. After about 1 week, about 2 weeks. Yeah, just have to come and say, my brother, I said that his son don't enter house, he don't free. Just 2 weeks. I confess, is it possible like that? I just remove my mind. This man, I bet will get 2 wives. Pastor will get 2 wives. So the other wife now, don't bring our issue up now. Say, how you carry the first wife picking tab, we don't go carry my own picking tab. Now I'm going to come there for house. Come begin pump pressure on the man. Within 2 months, that man begin to find money. Did they tell me? Because that man can become very close. I just come to go say, my brother, my second wife not let me rest. Now I just look for money. Now to make sure I carry the other boy and I make him finally rest. Really, that man look for money. And that boy moved, not up to 3 weeks, about 2 weeks or some days. That's what the boy phone in the morning for my store there. That man just see his son don't call, see don't enter, see an Italian number. 39. An Italian number. After I see you don't enter, all that happiness. Bro, I don't think come my mind. Because I expect you to enter that 2 weeks or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
People that I think said that for 3 weeks, I not drink water. As long as I just come up for this country.
I won't come up for here, Papa.
I think you understand now. This is how I made up my mind. I never ever planned for it because how much there it was about 400,000, and I have the money. I can't just look and say, okay, what did I do now? I don't drop car now, the right bicycle with time. But guys, before you know that, you know even they maintain the car again. Guys, before you know that, if you know even they pay for surgery, you don't become speed boy. You. I mean, I know how many people don't close stuff for my present now. People, all of us, they do business. People store. Maybe they call it down with me for my own store now. You know?
Yeah, now say you got how much I saw this could come close all this, then I won't come up for here. I understand the feeling. But by road, Papa, you pay person 400 grand and you still enter the road with them.
Bros, I think as my wife told this cut out. Bro,
you get mine though. Every time I see people like yourself, right? Every time I see people like yourself, I always say that I will personally say, man, shake your hand and say, Baba, hi. Congrats.
So that is why sometimes when people like us, as we don't enter this Europe now, we're going to reason sometimes. Because because we struggle very hard for Nigeria. We know I don't be beggar now.
You know what I mean? Because all this is not be cheaper now. See, I tell people, I say, listen, poor person know they travel. Forget them. Sure, you know.
Yes.
Poor person, where they talk, say people are poor, they know they travel. Because traveling is not cheap. Even now that you just told me about the road and all of that, what it takes, that one too said no cheap. So which simply means that a lot of people who leave Nigeria, they are those who probably are not doing badly, right? That they felt like, the way this country they go, hey, this ought to not go turn against me later, or if I see chance I could come out to. And those are the people who actually really leave Nigeria. And unfortunately, on the other hand, Baba, these are people who actually have something to offer. Majority of people who left Nigeria are people who are offering something or who have something to offer the system. But they just have to go.
Our country, they lose.
A lot.
Our country, they lose.
A lot.
I've been, Maiyegun, when they talk to you, so, I'm a God-gifted, I don't know how to speak the English. I'm a full talented person. You
That's the English, Baba. It's all about talent.
I get a big project, this light project, where people they complain, light. You know, I just a plan to go Nigeria soon. You know, that one will do work on that light project. I got many things to do for Nigeria now. Because even here, when I did for Italy, most of the companies when I don't work for here, they're surprised now. They might say, where you from come?
Say, man, where you come from? Like, I know.
Yeah. I mean, most of the places when I work, I get problem with them now. What? I can understand. What will be the problem when I get to them? I can't understand. These white people, not they like black man when they're intelligent.
And now.
You understand? I first work in one shipping company where we do this yacht. Where we do the pavement for yachts. You understand me?
Right.
So the first time I come that place, so that they do, most of this is where they do, I just wood that they cut and do some journeying. I mean, I did woodwork in technical college. You understand me? So apart from saying that when I do major practical for speed, I work with many furnitures. Even then, even before I even finish school, I get furniture guys for my speed. Obviously, they do some, just like fun, they work with them. I get this creative idea. So I get this love for creativity. You know, so anytime I see anything creative, I always like there around that person, even to assist the person, I don't mind, you know. So that's within in me. So it don't develop in me that to the extent that easily they convert anything with my brain in a few minutes. I will give you the idea how the thing they work.
You know.
So I just so talented to that.
I mean, like that. I mean, this kind of creative mind, progressive mind, kind of that a lot of us have, never going to be put to use. They will tell us to come back and do something, or you put our lives in danger. Who wants to go back inside something that is dangerous?
Yes, but for me, actually, I just have not going that we're supposed to go back. No TikTok because I'm part of Politico help the program, and people will still understand too. Like for me, I get one plan now.
Right.
And this plan now to go back to Nigeria.
Okay.
Not maybe like go back, settle down fully at once.
No, not to leave. Okay.
Actually, I've not made my first visit to Nigeria. You know, understand? Because these are the things I can understand. Say, man, we don't really need to suffer ourselves for Europe here. Because if you're there for this Europe, no matter who you be, if you not get access to the document, if you not come up for the country, but you just did there.
And that's even like another story.
Another prison.
Some people's lives, the story of their lives.
You understand me? So those are the things we don't have. I don't stay for here now for almost 7 years plus now. I never go home for once. You understand me? Just because of documenting, maybe if I need to go to the passport like Ghana, or I need to go to the passport to know, I don't think go directly.
You all arrived here as a stateless and all of that stuff, right?
You understand me? Yeah. But you have to say something. Just okay, you want to pass that company.
No, you've got to do what you've got to do, Baba. This is not even a place where anybody should be judged, Baba. See, you have to do what you have to do. In this instance, Baba. Go on, sorry.
So right now, I look for some youth, especially those youth, when their parents not fit send to school. Those youth, where they creative naturally. Like you see some of our youth where they do like electrical things, maybe they connect electrical wire to form some things. Some guys they get some good welding skills. At least youth on the age, like when they say they get this skill, but their parents not really take care of them. So I don't really discuss with one of my classmates. So one begin they try to find them, because me said I need to come down to, I need to do on ground too, You know, I want
to physically see some of them too. That's a very good idea. See, when you put them together like that, Africa Peking, if you put them together, and for some reason we need to be part of it, please bring it to us here, okay?
Let me just tell you, because right now, I get many things like this keke nape, this tricycle,
right?
This tricycle of a thing. I don't already, even before I come up to Nigeria, I don't do research on them, so I know everything about that stuff.
Right.
You understand me? So the only thing I need for that area now, I only just need a good weather.
Okay.
Just a good weather, like the bending of the rod, the bending of the pan, all those things. I can make the machine by myself that can be producing all those things. If I want to bend any pan to any shape, to any
shape and all that.
Any shape, so that one at my work, so no fear about that one. You know, as I am now, I can build amusement park.
Yeah.
From beginning to end without
like sit down, draw the plan, draw the map, everything, and then begin to actually bring out all of the equipment that way.
Those things where you see for London, all those your merry-go-round, all those children horse where they did like a kind of a train track, like all those train track where they do for the children for amusement pros. All the materials that they use for they are just made of resin now. They are made of resin. Everything there, bros. I can make everything there. The only thing I know to feel make is the engine. But I can also get the engine and map it in the right position to get the accurate rotation when I want.
Bless you. Well, thank you so much. Okay, I'm glad that you are part of this afternoon as well. Because one thing about this is that a lot of people listen. Okay, and there are those who probably are like you too, and they're like, yeah, I mean, I am like him, and maybe one of these days as well, we could probably team up and do something.
Yes, I think you have to also maybe try one day and make a program where people that have ideas of what they can do in Nigeria, where we can like just come together and see, where we can like call in and see if we can like form a little team. Although we are from different states, maybe you are from Lagos or Ogun State, like me, I'm from Edo State. You know, I know it will not be easy for us to put everybody together, but we can form a team like.
It could be a think tank ideological team.
Like in those states, we have our team, like in your state, Ogun State, we have there, like in Lagos State, Abia State, and so on. Then we will get like a supervisor where we will feel a sponsor.
You know, where we can mute ideas, finalize them, and get a team together from everywhere in Nigeria and ask them to go and carry it out.
My good thing I tell you, so if we can really do it, let me tell you how we are going to benefit from it a lot. You know how we fit benefit from them a lot? Most of the things you see, so what people they do for us, so now just one engine, all of them they use. I know if you take your time, maybe you don't understand that, but take your time to look everything where they use. Now just one engine, everything be. So these things, we'll see they get them. If we not even see they get them in new park, like original, we get fairly used in most of our countries, like Italy, if it's cheaper, they get people like Germany. If it's we pick them up and send them, even if it's not in big quantities, maybe a few pieces, like 5, 6 for a trial, some things like this, you understand? I get many really things, So we put all these things together, I think we go raise
Thank you for
something good.
I know. Thank you so much for all of that, okay? Well, you stay in touch, right? Like as usual, it's our community. So eventually, right, we can actually put all of them together at some point. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. So I'm not going to get time to talk about the real thing when they make me come before. I come to talk about myself.
Well, you've done well. The one you shared with us, indeed, Baba, you may not know, okay? There are those who are going to...
Yes, because I wanted to also hit maybe 1 or 2 minutes on the point of this, our problem and the solution in Nigeria.
I know.
So, like, what I don't actually find out.
You can have your 2 minutes now. Okay, use it.
Please, maybe less than 2 minutes. I just pass up, maybe I just touch everything. So the problem we don't discover for Nigeria, not actually the people of Nigeria, not be the citizens of, not be the people, be the real problem. Not be the government, be the real problem. The people when I come discover say be the problem of Nigeria, now the educated ones. We're supposed to represent the people.
We're supposed to know better.
You understand? And they be the biggest. Okay, like for instance, like these things that brokers and say they don't employ most of their wives as lawyers and whatever they be. Okay, how do you think a pepper seller or groundnut seller to go to the newspaper and get that kind of news? As this is don't break down. As this is don't broke now, Most of the lecturers already get the news. Most of the government workers already get the news because they are learning. Even if they don't buy newspaper, their colleagues will not pass the news to them, or they will not share maybe through news from their phone and know what is the meaning of the news. Okay, but which efforts did they make to pass the news to the people so that the people go feel react? May I stop with that? I don't take too much time. Thank you very much.
Thank you, African kid, African child. What do you call what? African Pekin here. I kind of like missed that the last minute. But anyway, thank you so much for all of this.
Thank you for the time. I really appreciate it, bro.
And you too. You have a good one, Baba. Nice one. So the time is sort of rolling and rolling. It's almost rounding up now. My line is still opened. Okay, that means it's still open and you can still pretty much be part of this, right? But do me one very, very, very good and big favor, and that is, if you haven't really liked the broadcast, you should, right? So we have a few more minutes to go, but let's kind of continue the gist. Here, hello there.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hello. Hello, Maiyegun General.
Baba. How are you?
How now?
I do. I'm just here, like.
I just want to call in and say hi to you, man. You are doing a good job, bro.
Nice one, sir. Nice one.
Yeah. If I just keep on doing the good thing, man. We really love you, man.
I will. Thank you.
Yeah, don't be tired, okay?
No way. And if I'm tired, I'll take a left and I'll still push back, you know?
I trust you.
Thank you so much. Bless you.
Respect.
Nice one, Baba. Thank you so much. Now that's one there. You can come in and say hi too. You know, it's always not that busy during the day. It's only in the evening, like at the night time, that we always have this traffic of bombardment, where a lot of people are going to want to possibly say something. It's the busiest one, okay? Now, my time, I'm actually thinking I could save myself a lot of time for the evening. I know some of you still want to call in, okay? So let's cap it now, okay? Let's kind of cap it. Then later in the night, it's just gonna be us. Then I should be coming here with enough goodies, okay, to make your night or make the rest of the day for you. But for those of you who have been part of this morning or afternoon or evening, depends on your time, I want to say thank you. Seriously, thank you. So I have reported on this coup that happened in Congo. And if you joined this midway, you should probably see that from the start. Okay, so I'm going to see everybody later this evening. I promise I'll try to. Even if I just have to come in and just have a chat or gist. But trust me, I always come back with something. Okay, it's been Tifnumbu's 1 year. I was expecting any Abobaku to call me today to just say, well, yeah, this is what we have done. This is what we've done. Some of them won't. I just don't know how to convince them. I'm not a monster. I don't bite. Okay. Stop being keypad warriors who sit there next to their phone. You have a lot to say about Maiyegun and about me. Yet, all you need is just to pick up your phone. Yeah, pick up your phone and call in. I'm not going to bite you. I'm not going to abuse and say, no, I'm not like that. More civil. And if you are very civil the way you come on as well, you will be treated with one. Like, you will be so, well, maybe not surprised. I have respect for everybody anyway. Except for those who don't have respect for themselves, who lie. And they want everybody to believe their lie. And if you don't, then they want to gaslight you to believe the lie. And if you don't, then they want to threaten you to accept the lie. And if you don't, then they just going to go mad. Right? Okay. I'm going to see you some other time, okay? And it's going to be in the next few hours, maybe another 3 hours. So you go get some break. Until then, take it easy. Stay safe.
jódòdó. Maiyegun Diary na him be number one. Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ láwọn tó jódòdó. Maiyegun Diary na him be number one. Maiyegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú. Maiyegun Diary na him be number one. Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube. Maiyegun Diary na him be number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí. Maiyegun Diary na him be number one. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun Diary na him be number one. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Maiyegun máa wí. Maiyegun Diary na him be number one. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun Diary na him be number one. Maiyegun Diary Diary Politico. Maiyegun Diary na him be number one. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun. Maiyegun Diary na him be number one. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgbọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Maiyegun Diary na him be number one. Àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdó. Maiyegun Diary na him be number one. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Presido bá rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gómìnà kówó jẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti dọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì o ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.